Thank you. We'll now hear from Mayor Ken Harycki. I hope I put the emphasis in the right place on that. From Stillwater, Minnesota. You're recognized for 5 minutes. Pull the mic right into your face so we can actually hear it.
Thank you, Chairman Bishop and Ranking Member Grijalva and Committee. I'm Ken Harycki, the Mayor of Stillwater, co-chairman of the Coalition for the St. Croix River Crossing, a community organization formed to advocate for the new bridge. I also brought along pieces of our bridge today, some cement and some steel that came off of it. My hometown, Stillwater, is a beautiful and historic city on the St. Croix River. It's protected by the National Register of Historic Places. The counties on both sides of the river are parts of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area. In 1931, a lift bridge was built across the river as our communities grew. Through the 40s and 50s, the bridge was able to handle the traffic, but by the 60s, it was apparent that the traffic was exceeding the design. Now in 2011, our bridge is dangerously outdated. The lift bridge was designed to handle 11,000 cars per day, but that has grown to 18,400 vehicles daily. In the summer, traffic can peak to 25,000 vehicles. The road to the bridge has an accident rate double that of the state average. Many years and too much traffic have taken a toll on the existing bridge. Maintenance and flooding forces traffic to divert elsewhere, sending tens of thousands of cars and trucks elsewhere throughout the region. This bridge is functionally obsolete, fracturally critical, meaning that if something fails on the bridge, it would collapse. The bridge's sufficiency rating is 33, lower than that of the I-35W bridge before it collapsed in 2007, killing 13 and injuring 144. As you can see from our handout, it has been difficult to find the right plan that balances three very important laws: the Wild Scenic Rivers Act, the Transportation Act of 1996, and the National Historic Preservation Act. The St. Croix River is an important natural resource and is recognized and protected as a Wild and Scenic River Act. Area residents want to continue to protect the river from overdevelopment and to protect historic sites throughout the region, but we still need a safe and reliable crossing. The Udall Institute brought together 27 different stakeholder organizations to find a compromise many years ago. The stakeholder group, staffed by a team of engineering, environmental, and design professionals, worked together to study a multitude of options, designs, and features. These organizations represented the community, state, federal regulatory agencies, environmental organizations, historic preservations, economic development interests, and local governments. The city of Stillwater, Oak Park Heights, and National Park Service were a very important part of this process. This diverse group looked at every possible idea and location of a new crossing. We even looked at tunneling under the river. Your handout includes a map of the dozen routes that were reviewed. The result was a plan that balances the three very important laws. All but one of the groups involved in the process supported the plan, and we received a record of decision that validated the work we did. Our plan and the community's vision are for more than just a new bridge. We'll be using federal and state highway funds to make significant park improvements and environmental remediation as part of the project. We will preserve the historic bridge, converting it into a key element of a new bicycle and pedestrian loop trail, giving people new and exciting ways to access and enjoy the river valley and this national park. Blufflands, where present-day roadway is located, will be restored. The pilings of the old cold barge terminal will be removed. The new bridge will decrease the amount of phosphorus pollution entering the river by 20%, a #1 goal of the St. Croix River Basin team. The new crossing will also reduce dangerous levels of traffic and automotive pollution from our small historic downtown. And finally, the bridge design and location. As you can see from our posters, the bridge is gorgeous. The stakeholders wanted a signature bridge that is worthy of the St. Croix Valley. Also note the location. We think it's appropriate to build the new crossing within the industrial part of the riverway, next to a power plant, a sewage treatment plant, and a marina. This portion of the river is assuredly not wild and not historic like downtown Stillwater. It is the correct location for the crossing. The National Park Service has determined that the Wild and Scenic Rivers Act does not allow them to grant a permit for any new construction in a designated riverway. This is important. The National Park Service has not just blocked this bridge, it has rejected any new construction in a wild and scenic riverway. Only Congress is allowed to review and approve new construction. The longer we wait, the more expensive the solution will get and the greater risk that something tragic could happen. We are especially pleased to say that throughout the decades, we have received bipartisan support for this project. Now is no different, with the governors in Minnesota and Wisconsin and your congressional colleagues, Representative Bachmann and Kine, supporting this project. I assure you the people who live and work in the St. Croix Valley have done everything possible to create the best plan for the entire region. We care deeply about the river that unites our communities. It's now up to you to take action and help us resolve this very important matter. I thank you for your time and again ask for your help and support.
Thank you.